Promises, a word so simple, yet profound, declaration of some benefit to be conferred. Webster's dictionary defines it as a pledge, an assurance, or grounds for hope. In the Bible, the concept of a promise is central and repeated over 100 times. The Hebrew term omer, often translated as word, reflects how every divine statement is more than just a word. It's a promise. As we read in 1 Kings 8 verse 56, according to all that he promised, there hath not failed one word of all his good promise. And Nehemiah 5 verses 12 to 13 emphasizes the certainty and fulfillment of God's promises. The Greek term epangelia, found in the New Testament, further reinforces this idea. It signifies a formal pledge, as seen in Galatians 3 verse 14, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. This shows that God's promises are legally binding and certain. The Bible categorizes promises into three main areas. The contents of the promise, such as in Acts 26 verses 2 to 3. The promise made of God unto our fathers. The heirs of the promise, illustrated in Romans 9 verse 8. The children of the promise are counted for the seed. The conditions of the promise, as mentioned in Romans 4 verse 13. The promise through the righteousness of faith. In our modern world, promises often fall short, political, promotional, or personal. They can be vague and easily broken. Yet God's promises stand apart. They are never broken, never vague, and always fulfilled. For a promise to be valid, it must be communicated and declared clearly. God's promises are binding, much like a promissory oath. In Hebrews 6 verse 17, we see God confirming his promise with an oath to emphasize his truthfulness. Jesus' promise in Matthew 28 verse 20, Lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the age, is both a promise and a fact. As David Livingstone said, that's the word of a perfect gentleman. Whether we feel his presence or not, he is always with us. While human promises may falter, God's promises remain unshakable. They provide assurance, hope, and a solid foundation for faith. As 2 Peter 1 verse 4 reminds us, we are given exceeding great and precious promises. Reflect on his promises. Hold fast to his word. Trust in his truth. In the divine truth of God's word, his promises are forever unwavering.